Chiba Sharks taking on Serendib Cricket Club. Audio test. This is an audio test. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. The weather looking okay for this afternoon's match. Around 33, 34 degrees. Audio test done. Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome to this afternoon's fixture. A little bit delayed, a 25-minute delay. This game between Serendib Cricket Club and the Chiba Sharks. It is the final match of Group A, final match of the round robin stage, of which the top 4 teams go through to the second round, the quarterfinals. You'll see the team lists on screen as I speak. Major changes, perhaps a couple of missing faces from Chiba Sharks in the way of Marcus Thurgate, Dougal Benningfield, and Serendib mostly look unchanged. This fixture, well, it's not. Is it a dead rubber? Perhaps not. In terms of the Chiba Sharks, it is for them. Even a win would get them to only 6 points, which would put them outside the top 4 to go through to the round 2. 7 teams in Group A and 7 in Group B. Currently, Sereknights at the top of the table with the Max Cricket Club, both teams on 12 points. I'm just trying to see if there's an update on who's ahead on run rate. The other 2 teams, apart from Sereknights and Max, to go through the quarterfinals will be the Kawasaki Knight Riders and Tokyo Falcons. Chiba Sharks, well, they're playing for pride, really. They could have been playing for a position in the quarterfinals, but they were penalised 2 points for a discrepancy they made, perhaps in terms of the team sheets or players list. Anyway, they were docked 2 points, 2 costly points for them, really. As I say, a win here today would still not see them advance to the quarterfinal stage. For the Sereknights, well, they'll either be top of the table or second on the table to advance into the first of the quarterfinals next Saturday, 10 a.m. Do subscribe to Japan Cricket to follow all their content. A lot of domestic cricket coming up over the next month, 2 months, including the T20 Cup finals, 40 over format finals. We'll see some international competition in late September from the men's and the women's. There's the Embassy Cup also in October. First ball of the match, and finds a bit of shape, but it's been played nicely out to mid-wicket, and a couple of runs picked up. Luther and beyond strike. Nero Kiatulu to face, and again we're finding shape. Tala Pragada certainly is getting some swing. You'll see him looking to pitch the ball relatively full, moving away from the left-hander. Away swing, the left armour going over the wicket, and exactly that ball did find the edge, but too thick an edge for it to carry through to first slip, if not keeper. And just respected there from Sean Nero Kiaturu. Another good delivery. He's really on his line and length already. Can't afford to be short. Doesn't want to be short. Wants to extract the swing advantage he has, or the ability. Just ties him up and has a fly slip there. Short fine leg. Perhaps on the 45, I'd say. 45-degree angle. Close infielder. So, interesting battle this one. Sereknights, as I say, they'll go through regardless of the result. They'll want to win, take the momentum through to the quarterfinals. Currently top of the table, having been unbeaten in their 3 matches. First over draws to an end, 2 without loss. So good with the ball was Talapragada. Perhaps Sadiq will take the ball from the other end for the Chiba Sharks. Pretty talented batting lineup the Sereknights have. Get through. They also have Manaj Silva, Gayan. They have some batters to come. Chandana. Chandana, another one. Thurgate, prestigious name in Japanese cricket. He's been part of that Japanese squad as Ash and brother Marcus. Not playing today's fixture. Ash. Oh, it's Meditha on strike. Slow start for the Sereknights. Chance taken. Caught at slip and caught off a good length ball and line. Just tempting the batsman. Meditha, having faced one ball, this one looks to be a bit more aggressive, goes to drive, but the first wicket falls here. Sereknights have not made a great start. 2 for 1 in the second over. So what a start for Ash Thurgate. Just moving fine leg, short fine leg to become a bit finer. And variation delivery here. Good start from the Chiba Sharks. They'll be most annoyed, I imagine, with the 2 points being docked. They'll wanted to have made the quarterfinals at least. Beats the bat. Hit out over the cover region, serial, but it'll, no, it's been dragged back in. It's good fielding and good teamwork. Benjamin Davis following the fielder out there to the rope. You can see who it was who just dragged it back in, but he was there for the return throw. Having Japan coach Dougal as a part of the team sets high standards for the Chiba Sharks. Expect to see that in the field from the team. They'll throw themselves around, try and be as tight as possible with the fielding to create pressure. Very important asset of the game, the fielding game. They've started well, Chiba Sharks, with the catch. Two overs gone, 4 for 1. Back with Tala Pragada, started so well the first over, and he's on the money here again, much to the joy and support of his teammates. Kiaturu on strike, being joined by Manaj Silva. Swats at it, and it's enough to carry over mid-off. It won't make its way to the boundary, and return throw, allowing the batsman to get back for a second. Drives out to mid-off, who's quickly returned the ball. Good backing up. Keeper today, not Marcus Thurgay. I'll check on the keeper, who it is. I guess unavailable for today's match. Got a lot of good youth talent coming through the system to the Chiba Sharks when I look through the team list. Oh, nice away movement. It's a great delivery. Good nut. If anything, yeah, it was shortish, but the swing and movement just foiled the batsman. Just another half foot fuller, and he could make a mess of those stumps. It's a great delivery again. Tala Pragada has made a really good start here. Just keep the bowling tight, and he's getting away movement, away swing. Left arm up. Who doesn't want a left armer who can move the ball away from left-hand batsman. It's been struck firmly over mid-on for 4 runs. Great shot. And that is the first boundary of the match. It's taken a few dot balls to get there. But finally, Kiaturu releases. Sorry, on your score it's got it down as Manaj Silva, but perhaps an issue there if the scorers and the graphics team will get that sorted. Ash Thurgate to continue, a great start. Drawing the edge, taking the wicket thanks to a caught catch taken from his teammate, Kenta Otadobel. Still standing there at slip. And it was a good catch, and Thurgate, great option for Chiba Sharks to start with. To get away, bowls good tight lines. Big swing and a miss. Looking to hit Thurgate straight, perhaps over mid-off, long off. Thurgate just on that really nagging length, inviting, but just not quite there to hit for the batsman, not without a bigger stride or a couple of skips down the wicket. Drives along the ground. It's a lovely shot for 4. It is a wonderful shot for 4. This one's full, and Silva's whacked it, dragged it out onto the onside. They do have cover. So, previous ball, just the second boundary to the Sereknights total. Bowling to the left arm batsman here is Thurgate. Just directing his field around. I believe Mian Manib Sadiq is captain for the Sharks today. Ash Thurgate certainly knowing his fielding. Oh, it's playing a miss and not too far from off stump. Ash Thurgate obviously knowing his bowling plans and fielding positions he wants players in. Good battle this one. Sharks, you feel, just have been on top, bowling a number of dot balls, but a couple of release boundaries have just helped the cause for Sereknights. Still a relatively slow start in T20 format. 1 ball to end the 4th over, and Sereknights 17 for 1. I want to push that run rate up, remaining couple of overs, and Driven almost having to reach for it somewhat. End of the over, 18 for 1. Got him, bowled him, and just reward for what has been a great opening spell from Talapragada. Just watching on the replay, left armour just starts on middle stump, but the shape and coming off the pitch takes out leg stump. It's a great delivery. One any left armour loves to bowl. This his third over, and his figure's 1 for 8. Just what the captain of Chiba Sharks would want. Talapragada bowls out. Manaj Silva. Silva has to depart for his 8, just coming from 10 balls, so almost runnable. It's okay. As I say, the run rate in general, though, is below par, 4.3. Chiba Sharks on top at this stage. It's good to take 2. They'll be looking for another wicket before the end of this power play. Pretty sure the captain might just want to continue with Talapragada while he's getting this swing. As long as the ball's swinging when it's new, I'd keep him going. Wasatha Chandana is the new batsman to the wicket. I see 5 matches down with it. Don't know if that's all matches or just T20 matches, but got an average at 56. So perhaps a couple of not outs in those 5 innings. Or he scored a ton of runs in the format. He's facing a swinging Talapragada. Brave to leave those alone, especially the swing that Talapragada is getting. And real chance to get Wasantha's wicket here for Talapragada. He just needs to hit that perfect line and length. He's taking the ball away. And that wasn't too far. Could also, however, easily have been 4 runs. Wasantha looking to play aerial over the cover region. Missed out on that occasion. Real good battle of a left armour to a left-hand batsman. Left arm bowler taking it away from the batsman. He's been carted, though, onto the onside behind square. Acres of room out there. 4 runs, and he just got a little too greedy, a little too straight, Talapragada. And Wasantha, well, he executed beautifully. Goes down on one knee. And sweep pull shot for a wonderful 4. The danger of just wanting to bite off a little too much and looking for that perfect ball that almost pitches middle and moves away out to off stump, 4th stump, 5th stump. But if you don't get the movement, it stays too straight, then a good batsman will work you off the pads well. Back on a better line and length. No real movement on that delivery, but the line and the length helped keep it to a dot. End of the over, 5 gone. Just 1 remains in the power play. Sereknights, 22 for 2. Well, they'll be wanting to be a bit higher than where they've started, but these two, they might be the basis of a foundation. Try and push the score up 160. They'd be hoping 180 would be enough to beat the Sharks, but between these two teams, 170, 180 is probably maybe par. Raghunathan to open his spell from the mountain end. Sereknights have 1 over remaining in the power play to hit over the top, tries to, and is out caught. Doesn't get all of it, and in the end just skewers out to be caught at mid-wicket. Pretty comfortable catch. Just didn't get the timing he wanted. Kiaturu, and a comfortable catch, reverse cup style. And another wicket falls. 3 down now for the Sereknights. Chiba Sharks, the momentum's with them. They're on top in this early part of the match. An appeal, but given not out. Raghunathan looking for what would be his second wicket of his second delivery, not to be. Catch taken from Jamie Fordyce, taking comfortably. Sean Nero Kioturu had to depart. 8 runs coming from 14 balls. So from the beginning, Sereknights have been under pressure from the Sharks. They've started well off the ball. Just 2 balls remaining in this power play, and Sereknights not nearly enough runs on the board at this stage. Played down to long on, and another single picked up. Too many dot balls really in the opening 5 and a bit overs. Finish a good over. Spoke too soon. To finish his over again, Raghunathan will have to re-bowl that one, having gone just for the 1 run. Now 2. Final delivery. And he's been smacked down to long on, over his head. So he carries for 6. It's a much needed boundary for Sereknights. Just looking at the replay, and yeah, picked up beautifully, and of all the boundary parts, it's probably the shortest of the overlapping field. Still probably 50 metres out there, but shorter than other parts of the ground. Chandana plays a wonderful shot. Wasantha Chandana. He's 10 off 6 balls, and he could be just the kickstart the Sereknights need. Civic Command to the attack. It's a short one that must have found bat, hence no appeal. Rithvik Sivakumar. Another youngster, part of the under-19 squad. He was last year. Really successful year they had, winning games across in Australia, and then also later competing against the very best in the world in Dubai. Dubai is the Arab Emirates, I made a mistake. They turned out to square, unable to restrict a single taken. I believe the under-19s have a tournament later on this year. Don't know if that's been confirmed or not, but I think they go back to play in the Asian Cup, the Premier League, after finishing in third place in the Challenger Series last year. Anyway, they'll be playing the likes of Bangladesh under-19s, India under-19s, Pakistan under-19s. So cricket at the very top echelon, crammed up from Sivakumar, but they'll sneak through for a single. It's good cricket. It's important they keep scoring off every delivery possible, Sereknights. So playing at under-19 level against some of the other top Asian teams, very strong cricketing region in the world, none better than Asian cricket. You've got the likes of Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. This one's full, been turned onto the onside, but a short, fine leg. Unable to keep it to a single, but just the one it will cost. I don't mind giving away these singles. They've bowled a fair number of dots of Chiba Sharks. Have started really well. Able to drop players back now with the field limitations ended after the 6 overs. And Yorker length from Sivakumar. Call of one and a shy at the stumps, but a chance for an overthrow will be taken. And, well, Sivakumar unable to get behind the stumps for the first throw, but the backing up must have just pierced the two fielders. Dougal won't be happy with that. As I say, Chiba Sharks set very high standards across the three areas, especially in the field. It's one of the strengths of the team. Doing very well in the 40-over format. They will, I think, make it through to the semi-finals, depending on last couple of results, of course, but very strong lineup for their team this year, the Chiba Sharks. They'll be disappointed they won't go through to the quarterfinals in the T20 Cup, the Japan T20 Cup, top 14 teams, JCA Cup, 14 teams across two groups, top four going through the quarterfinals to begin next Saturday. Vying for the position of either first or second are the Sereknights. Well, they won't want to start the quarterfinal match in this fashion. It's a little too slow at 5 and over. 100's not going to be good enough. Off the back foot, it's guided, and third man, at a 45-degree angle, manages to just keep it to the one run. They need to up the run rate to the Sereknights. Santh is looking to do that since he's arrived at the crease. Having hit the 1-4 and the 1-6, he's looking to just be a bit more aggressive than his fellow teammates. This occasion, he just brings out the forward defence. Perhaps just a quiet period for the Sereknights, just try and rebuild. Happy just to take 6 or so and over. Try and not lose any more wickets. A rearing ball from Sadiq. Yeah, Manib Sadiq, part of the Japanese squad. Of course, fast bowler. Doesn't mind bowling short of length, hurrying the batsman up. He's coming over the wicket to the right-hander. On one knee, it is swept, and swept just for the single. Shot of confidence to play at the pace of Sadiq, so coming around the wicket to the left-hander batsman. Very close and behind the umpire, and keeps on a very straight line, well outside off stump. Perhaps looking to steer away from Masatha's strong points off his pads in the mid-wicket, long on region. You'll notice with Sadiq's run up very much behind the umpire, almost just appearing at the last minute for the batsman. Sometimes can be a bit unnerving. Well, the nerves are not affecting Wasantha. Turns the ball beautifully, using all the pace of Sadiq, just guiding it on its way, helping it on its way. And a much needed 4 again for Sereknights. Since the arrival of Wasantha Chandana, they're just slowly building that run rate. He's hit 2 4s now and 1 6. So Wasantha, he's hit over half of the team's boundaries today. He's been out there 13 balls. He's added a bit of emphasis to this innings. Sereknights certainly needed it. They were dragging their feet. They didn't have the greatest of starts, of course. When you lose 3 wickets, well, you just have one player at least has to be a bit more conservative. These two have put on a 20 partnership in relatively short time. So Chiba Sharks, they brought on Benjamin Ito Davis to bowl. Try and snare a wicket. Well kept in. Did he keep it in? I think he's very sportingly said it's 4. Be great to see the replay. Here is the replay. It's been well struck to reach for it, but I thought he had kept it in. Well, very sporting from the Chiba fielder. Perhaps my old eyes may not have caught quite everything what happened out there in the deep edge, and it's going to cost Chiba Sharks runs again, but a bit of fortuitous. It's another 4 runs. So how quickly this game can change. After hovering around 3 or 4 for the first 5-6 overs, suddenly the run rate's up to 6, looking a bit more healthier. They'll need a lot more against Chiba Sharks. 120, 130 is not going to be enough. Asala on strike and cuts straight to point, and they do sprint through for a single. No. So Benjamin just getting his field, especially on the onside, in correct positions. He knows Wasantha's going to have a go at him. So it's about putting your fielders in correct positions to your bowling plan. And if they're playing is correct, then he's going to have one of the batsmen caught out in the deep. Getting some turn. It's a tempting ball, that one, for Wasantha. So easy, could draw top edge, or, as I say, just not quite middled, hence caught on the boundary rope. He's got 3 out there on the onside in the deep. He's going to have a go at him, and we'll see 1 into... It's over his head, and not that far over. 6 runs awarded from the umpire. But, geez, look at the replay. Just wonder if the fielder had been back perhaps a metre or 2, whether he would not have had to have backtracked and probably could have swallowed that right on the boundary. Well, will be something to learn from. But I think Benjamin Ito could have well had a wicket there should the fielder have been just right on that edge. 57 for 3. It's a much needed 6 to the total Sereknights, who'd been going so slowly in the first 4 or 5 overs. Well, they've taken the springboard, going at over 6, and suddenly the projected score looks to be up around 130, 135. Still would be subpar to beat Chiba Sharks. I think they'll be looking for at least 160. give them a chance to bowl them out, create pressure, scoreboard pressure. 4 runs, but a risky 4, and cries from the teammates to run it up that the ball hadn't crossed the boundary, but funnily enough, the umpire had already ruled 4, as the ball had in fact crossed the rope. Risk, a little bit of risk with that shot. Gully, who's stationed out there, wasn't too far, didn't put in a dive, but still would have been just a little too far reached. You see into Point having to do the work here, as third man is not exactly quick off the boundary. And you can hear the support. Sereknights realising that they need a score of 160, and if they can push hard in these middle overs and just retain wickets, then they'll be able to launch, be a bit more aggressive in the last 4 or 5 overs. It's been a good rebuild from these two. Not a pretty shot at all. Looked like a lack of decision to go forward or back. Ended up just hanging the bat out there and missing by some way. So Asala, he's got to 18 though. He's done a good job for his team. And this time he's hung it out and he's walked. So the umpire had put the finger up. But as he was explaining to the bowler, I don't need to put the finger up because he's on his way. So some sportsmanship been shown from a slight edge, and the 4th wicket falls just after complimenting these two on rebuilding. They put on an almost 39, just short of a 40 partnership. So they've somewhat steered the boat back on course. 4 wickets down. The wicket falling in the 10th over means players will take a break from the field. Just a short 2-minute break to take on board some liquids in these hot conditions, hot and humid here in Sano, Japan. We'll be back with you in around 90 seconds time. Currently Sereknights setting the score 61 for 4. So they've had their drinks break back on the field, Sereknights, just having lost the wicket before the drinks break. Gayan, the new batsman for the Sereknights team, is actually on strike. Manib Siddiq to continue his over, 2 balls remaining. And Gayan just defending perhaps getting used to the pace of the pitch. After a bit of a very slow start and loss of 3 early wickets, Sereknights fought back through a partnership of the Wasantha and Wikrama. They fight back just short of 40-run partnership. Can these two begin one? Continue the good work, playing the miss here from Gayan. Of the 3 matches, this has been the 4th match of the T20 season. Chicho Gayan is the 2nd highest scorer for his team. Manoj Silva at the top with 113 runs at an average of 28, but Gayan's average, he's played 4 matches, his average is 83, but having scored 83 runs, so he's actually only been out there once. Big wicket here for Chiba Sharks. Wasantha Chandana in 3rd place on that ladder, so 2 of the top 3 batsmen on show right now for Sereknights. I want these 2 to guide them through for the next 4 to 6 overs and then perhaps launch at the end. Score in mind. I'd hope they'd be aiming for around 150, but it seems a long way off from here. Ahmad Khan. His first over from the school end. Just played out to long on. Slight misfield, but it won't cost the team anything. Short, and in the end left alone from Gayan. He wanted ideally just to pound him over mid-wicket area, but the ball never got higher than his knee, so decided to leave it alone, well aware it was nowhere near off stump. This time he goes at a full delivery. Brings the left-hander Wasantha back on strike. Just trying to find his length is Ahmad Khan. That's a better length. Fielded at point. I think there's just some chat here with the umpires. The bowler, what you usually see is someone coming around the wicket, what we call through and around, but actually didn't come through and around. He was in front and around. And I believe that's what they're discussing. Just the final delivery of the over, and now we see it coming through and around of another dot ball. So sorry, I just had our graphics with the wrong number of balls. There is one remaining today, just the two off it. So really good over from Ahmad Khan. Tosses this one up. It's a full toss. Hasn't been dispatched of. Didn't really get all of it, and it landed short of long off. So single taken to bring up the over. It's 11 gone. 63 for 4. 64 for 4. Benjamin Ito Davis will bowl his second over. You'll notice the Chiba Sharks, they're quite happy to bowl one over spells. Benjamin bowled an over earlier on, but that was back in the 9th over. Since then we've seen Sadiq and Khan. So from a different end. An expensive first over for Benjamin. He'll be looking to come back, make those figures look somewhat prettier. Just again with this left-right hand partnership, making sure players are aware of their positioning. Benjamin just helping his teammates get into position. Good work from behind the stumps there, but makes a mess of them, but the back foot never left the crease, so given not out. Sudarsan, the wicket keeper for the Chiba Sharks, that one given wide. Dana Chandran, the wicket keeper for the Chiba Sharks, as I was saying. Just pushed behind out to deep point. It's an easy single out there. Quite comfortable batsman, not trying to push for a second. Santha. Just pushed out to long off for another single. Guyana on strike. Be looking to... Here he is showing his hand. He's gone. It's been dropped. Dropped out long on. And chance there. And perhaps should have been taken. But just spilled. And a life there for JCL Guyana. He moves to 3. He needs to try and do his part of the job. Perhaps just look to rotate the strike. Not playing any too risky a shot. Just try and keep feeding the strike to his partner, Wasantha Chandana. Chandana's looked really good for his 28. He's come off 22 balls. He's made good decisions. Could be the key to this Sereknights getting through to about 140 or being all out for 105. Plays a key role. Guyana on strike, the right-hander. And it's Ahmad Khan for a second over. Is Wallet over long on? Yeah, hits the stand. Makes it all the way for a moment there. Both long on and deep forward wicket. Felt they were in the match with a catch perhaps, but just kept going. And that'll feel good off the bat of JCL Guyana. Picked it up well, and yeah, good projection. Didn't hit it the ball too flat, too high this time. Played along the ground. Haven't been too many boundaries in this innings for the Sereknights. Just 9 over the 12 overs, so almost 1 and over, not quite. Bit of a different story to this morning's game. I think I saw 34 boundaries in one innings. Max Cricket Club, stunning performance, hitting 237 runs. Thanks to 3 players. Thanks solely to their efforts, all 3 of them. Huge strike rate, all scoring 50 plus. It was great to watch. This straight hit, and well done keeping it from passing the boundary line. Almost went in for the catch. If he did catch it, I think it was perhaps on the half volley in the end. And whatever the fielder did, he saved the boundary for just a 1 run taken. Perhaps the fault there of Sereknights. They should be able to skip through for 2 on that. Inside edge, is deep square comes in. We find it a pain, this left-right hand partnership. Creates a lot more movement in the field, needing to move between positions. And, Sereknights, 79 for 4, 7 overs remain. I'd love another 70 off these final 7 overs, but not going to be easy to do, especially when you have the likes of Ash Thurgate to come back to. Here's another 2 overs left. Tana Pragada has another over. Siva Kumar has 3. Baneem Siddiq has another 2. Benjamin Ito has another 2. They have a lot of bowling options to the cheaper Sharks. Used 7 already. Real gives them a lot of options going into these final 7 overs. Couple of alterations in the field on the offside. Toss through a bit quicker this time, beats the bat. And this will be a rarity. Ash Thurgate bowling, not having his brother behind the stumps. Swatted, but is it far enough? It is. It well and certainly is. 6 runs, and these sporadic boundaries just keep Sereknights in with that hope that they could perhaps reach 140, 150. That shot is one of them. Gayan giving some good support here to Asantha. This time he goes out to the offside, a bit fortuitous, not too far away from point, who does the chasing, and well, runs taken again. So Sereknights, momentum falling their way. For defence, he's missed it and he's given. Yep, out LBW. Right in front of the castle. And, well, played defensively, did Gayan. He's looking just to keep it out. It was a good nut. And, well, when it missed and went on to hit his, what looked to be back pad. A simple decision for the umpire. And the 5th wicket falls for the Sereknights. That's half the team back in the shed. Chiba Sharks again taking a hold of this match. The run rate's still just over 6. But the 5 wicket column just takes away the advantage a team can have with wickets in hand going into the final 4 or 5 overs. Thurgate bowling out LBW. Gayan, his 19 came from 15 balls, which included 2 sixes. So you take that, it's a contribution to his team, Gayan, 19 or 15. If they can keep producing that each batsman, then it will get them up to a total of around 140. Still don't think that's going to be enough to beat this Sharks outfit without a couple of key batsmen, but they still have batting stocks that can get the job done. So battle on here, the final 6 overs. With Sereknights currently 89 for 5. Benjamin Ito continues his spell. Well, if they go at 8, they can reach about 149 can the Sereknights, but it's whether they can go at that rate. They won't die trying, but that's been caught at point. It's another wicket, and Benjamin Ito Davis has his first, 1 for 20. Just having a look at the JCA replay. He just dishes one up, gets it to straighten, and caught perhaps on the second take. Fielder at point. Coming quickly, but the 6th wicket falls. Sereknights losing another batsman. And Harith has to depart just for the 1 run. Sereknights need a partner for Wasantha. He's looked really good. Wasantha Chandana. Can someone just stick with him to the end here to see out these final 5 and mid overs? You see really strong wind coming across the ground at the moment. And umpire just having to do some alterations to the stumps. Really is quite a strong wind. It's coming across the ground from and defensively plods it onto the offside and skips through for a single. Well, Suresh being a left-hander makes it a little easier on the fielders. 2 left-handers out here now. Ito enjoying bowling to the left-handers, looking to do exactly what he did then. Darted in, honing it on off stump, but pitching and turning away. Batsman forced to play the shot. Bowler hoping to draw the edge. Our top edge here, and chance for caught and bowled. Taken. Great catch. And well, he set off after it super quick, that Benjamin Ito. He knew really there's a fair bit of space out there, and if anyone was to catch it, it was perhaps him. His cover fielder just watching as he sprinted down and took a diving catch, wonderful catch, and his 2nd wicket. This 3rd over turning to gold for him and turning to misery for the Sereknights. 7 down now and just 90 on the board. It's going to be a subpar score. Unfortunately, they've lost Wasantha Chandana, who is a real key, the highest scorer so far of their innings. After the top order failing with 8-0-8, Chandana at number 4 came in and just steadied. Had a good partnership alongside Asala Wikrama. Those 2 combined, and then after Wikrama left, it was Gayan who built another good partnership. But since then, Harith has come and gone, and well, in a bit of a hole to say the least. Final delivery of the over for Benjamin Ito Davis, and pitches it full and on leg, overcalled. And running, jogging through between overs. Good to see. I've been aware of the time, making sure they stay on time. This match getting underway It's around 2:25. It was just under an hour ago. Sorry, no, 3:42. No, it got underway, of course, at 2:25. So, yeah, hour 15. Bad. They should get through that over 8 on time. Thurgate drags this one down. It's a bit short, but he has cover. And the chance of not an overthrow. What do you call it? An underthrow, perhaps. Didn't come in with any strength from the boundary. Ended up short. So good a win for the batsmen to scamper and sneak another run. They certainly need it at 92 for 7. Played off the back foot, guided through the cover region. Deep extra cover, sweep position will field it. Johan Alves, new batsman. Alongside. Chance for an overthrow? No, won't be taken. Both batsmen new to the wicket, really. In fact, you'll just see on your screen an altercation, a mistake, sorry. It's just pulling up the 2 new batsmen. Misfield, and will cost another single and perhaps another one, another overthrow. And you don't often see that from the Shiva Sharks. And hands outstretched from Ash Thurgate. He's not happy with that as a bowler. Goes against him, of course. But also wants his team to keep the focus. They've got their foot on the throats of Sereknights. They just need to finish the job here. Still 3 wickets. Scamper through for a single. Goes to sweep, misses out, and end of the over, 98 for 7. Just 4 remaining. Pushed onto the onside and quick single taken. Rangan Nathan just saying nothing stupid. Don't mind them taking singles at this point. You'll keep hearing the reoccurring noise of thunder in the background. There is a storm approaching Sano. As a precaution, we may lose 2 of our cameras. We have our fixed camera from indoors, but the outdoor cameras, half an appeal, but turned down straight away. So perhaps a change in your viewing coming up shortly over the next 5 to 10 minutes. There's been a couple of big typhoons ripped through Japan over the last week and a half. This is not the result of a typhoon. It is a thunderstorm. The humidity being so hot, something has to give. Quick throw in from the field from Benjamin Ito. Interesting to see who bowls these remaining overs after Raghunathan's over. Plenty of options. Ash Thurgate's bowled out. But other than Ash, everyone else has overs remaining that they can bowl. So whether it will be Benjamin Ito, Ahmad Khan, Palapagada. Driven, it'll fall well short of long off, but it's a simple single down to that man and a relatively risk-free shot, playing a straight bat to a straight delivery. Into the over. The 100 is up for the Sereknights. It's taken 17 overs to get there, but it is a milestone. 3 figures on the board, 101. 3 overs remain. Can they push to 130? Final 18 balls, right arm, medium fast, Mian Manib Sadiq. 2 overs to come, so he can bowl 17 and 19. He'll be running in hard. Keeps very close to the wicket. Go edged, but gone just too fast for the keeper. Perhaps even standing perhaps a little close to the pace of Sadiq. It was almost past him before he had reacted. Maybe looking to take a step back, not, but a genuine edge, and well, Sadiq will have to go back to the top of his mark to bowl that. He was on his way down towards the stumps, but batsman, he couldn't see him. He's behind the umpire for the majority of his run-up. And lovely ball, cramped. And as you can see, our coverage has changed here. We've now got the behind-the-wicket view. Reason for that is we've taken a couple of the outdoor cameras down due to the incoming storm. Thunderstorm, but also electrical. Wide, low, and cut off the front foot, which makes it to 4 runs. So unfortunately our cameraman is not going to be able to capture that, but let me tell you, it was cut. For a moment we thought deep point might get round to it, but had to scamper to his left, and in the end unable to haul the ball back. Valuable 4 runs. Sadiq running in hard, hitting the deck hard. Wind coming across the pitch. Again, he's bowling that wide, fullest Yorker length taking away boundary opportunities. So 2 runs with cover out there, deep third man, deep point, also deep cover. So bowling that line, that Yorker length, makes it very difficult for the batsman to be able to score boundaries off if he hits his mark. And we see it again, this one just wide of the cover fielder, but it won't cost them a boundary. It'll be just the 2 runs. Running in hard is Sadiq, and its full toss has been caught at mid-on. Didn't have to move much, but held on comfortably. And another wicket falls, the 8th wicket, and it falls on Nelson, 111. Pulled handsomely, and nice backup there from Chiba Shark's teammate. Managed to elude the first fielder, but not the second. Second taken, and what the final 12 deliveries, 11 deliveries left in this innings. Sereknights desperately hoping they can get up to 130. Bowled him, and bowled leg stump. Gave himself a lot of room, did Suresh, and exposed all 3 stumps. And really, there's only going to be one result should he have missed, and that one result was the stumps being messed up. That is 9 wickets down now, and Ranganathan, he has his second for 2 for 13. Sereknights, 113, 130 would be a dream to them in this position. Realistically, they'd be hoping they could get through, perhaps add another 10, 15 runs. Who knows how valuable they'll be come the end of the match. At the moment, a chase of 114 is just not enough. Marush Shankar, the new batsman, can he provide something special? And as we hear that booming thunder in the background, we wind down this innings of the Sereknights. Played off the back foot, straight to point. And nothing stupid calls from Ash Thirdgate, just calm. Driven long off, will come round, aim to restrict it just to the 1 run, and does so. So we see the gusts of wind across the ground from the right to your left of your picture. The storm is incoming here at Sano. Might be a thunderstorm or two, some heavy rain. We'll wait and see. The moment looks bright enough. Gone. End of the innings right there. Ranganathan takes his third, and the Sereknights' final wicket has him out bowled. Here's the replay. Just lobs it up, really. Perhaps a bit of a top spinner. And, Ranganathan out without scoring. Here's a quick look at the card before we change sides. Start the second innings. 114 for 10. Well, it was a relatively slow start from the top order, and see limited contributions. Chandana Wasantha was my pick, and in the end he was caught and bowled from a good caught and bowled from Benjamin Ito Davis. Pick of the bowlers there, Ranganathan, and also Benjamin Ito, Ash Thurgate, and Mian Siddiq. They each shared 2 apiece, and they all bowled 7 per over, or an economy of 7 per over. So all contributing there. 7 bowlers used, lots of options for the Chiba Sharks. Now it's their turn, bat in hand, chase down this subpar score. Sometimes subpar scores can be tricky, and you can get yourself into a bit of a situation if you don't start well. So join us in around 9 minutes' time. We hope to have cricket. If not, it'll be thunderstorms. But in 9 minutes' time, do tune back in for the chase in the second half of the innings. Welcome back to Sano, and as you can see on screen, it is a heavy thunderstorm here in Sano, so the game has just been called off officially. Unfortunately, the match was unable to be completed. The Sharks would have had to have come out to bat, chase down a subpar total of 115. So points will be shared in terms of the points table. How that will affect things, well, Chiba Sharks will finish on 4 points, and that will see them finish outside the quarterfinal list. So Sereknights, they will finish on top of the table. They will go through ranked in position number 1 in terms of the quarterfinals, which are to begin next week. Do subscribe to the Japan Cricket channel. We're across all social media platforms. If you've been watching via the fan code in the Indian subcontinent, good afternoon to you. Do join us next Saturday for the quarterfinals stage of this tournament, 10 a.m. next Saturday. Good afternoon.